You alright there? You having fun there? Hey everyone, Causticlasagne here. And I thought I'd do another video, and this time I'm going to do a hammer map from scratch, showing you the process of how I make the hammer map. I'll do brushes, I'll do the vertex editing tool, I'll even try to do displacement if I can. So let's get started. So first off, we'll start by configuring hammer. Now my hammer directory is in Gary's mod. I'm using the hammer in Gary's mod. So if you go to your wherever your Gary's mod is installed, mine is installed under there. So if you go to your Gary's mod directory under Steam Apps Common Gary's mod, and you go to the bin folder, you'll find hammer. Alright? I don't know if this is the case, but you may need to run Gary's mod once for it to generate some of the things that hammer might need to require. For example, the FGD file. You're going to need that. So you run this, and it'll pop up with something that looks like this. Actually, I'll close this. So you run this, and it'll pop up with something like this. If it doesn't prompt you for using the game mode, probably won't, but you want to go to options, and you want to make sure you're seeing all of what you see here. You should be fine with just the Gary's mod.fgd, but I've added other ones, the base Half-Life 2 SDK, just to add compatibility if I need compatibility. Just check that these paths are linked to your Gary's mod folder, and that it's all correct and all that. So you can pause the video if you want. These are the default entities that it will start with. The texture format, you can leave that the way it is. Half-Life 2, you can leave that. You shouldn't need that. Build programs should be where your Gary's mod directory is. So Steam user directory, Gary's mod. You want Half-Life 2, VBSP, Vivus, VRAD, and if you want, you can put it in Gary's mod maps. That's where I've set mine to, so I don't have to copy anything when I build it. You should have textures.wad here. These are the settings that I use when I'm editing a hammer. I have the maximum setting for back clipping plane, animation and models, and the model render distance down a bit, but the detail up high. And yeah, it's just all the settings that I've got. So to create a map, you would need to go to new, and you'll come up with something that looks a bit like this. If you don't have the grid view or anything that looks a bit like this, then you will need to check your hammer configuration, or Gary's mod's not set up correctly. So you notice by looking at the window, you've got the 4 windows here. So this is your live textured look of the map here. You can change it by going here, and in any window. When you're clicking in any window, you can change what it looks like by right clicking. So here I'm just going to do 3D textured, and let's start by creating a control and mouse in, mouse out does that. Let's start by making a block. First off, click the block tool here, and you want to create a block. I like to keep my maps nice and symmetrical and neat, because otherwise they just don't line up and my measurements get whacked out of proportion. So I'll line up with the grid. And so this is the side view of how it will appear. So let's just bring this out to make more block. And pressing enter will assign it the texture. Now I'm not seeing anything because I've got the default texture black outline, so I need to find my cube. You can click the little cross in the middle, and let's assign just can texture, whatever, just something basic. Alright, so what we got here is the texture that I've selected. I'm going to do fit. So here we go. Now I've got a block here, and this is pretty big in proportion to the standard character. So you can use the default point entity info player start as a reference to how big the player is actually going to be. So you can see the block is actually quite big in comparison to the player. So let's shrink that down a bit, shall we? Bring that over there. Once again, we'll click fit, which will fit the tin can texture. Drag that up a bit. There you go. So that's the basics of creating a block. Now what you want to do is when you're building the map, you want to make sure that your room that you're building, if you're building a room or any kind of map, you need to make sure that it is sealed off from the outside at all times. Alright, so just so you see what I'm doing, I'm going to do no draw. No draw basically tells Hammer not to draw this surface at all. Alright, you use it for the external edges of the map, but not inside the map. If you're using it inside the map, you use tools invisible. Otherwise you'll confuse the hell out of Hammer. So you use invisible. But we'll use no draw because this will be everything on the outside of the map. So let's start by making a room. Drag the player over here. Let's make the room a good couple of square feet or so. Something that looks a bit like that. We'll do something like that. Well, I'll go a bit bigger because I like bigger. Bigger is better. Right. Now what you want to do is you want to seal in this room. You need to make sure that no light escapes the room, otherwise Hammer is just going to not compile the map and it will complain. And nobody likes a whining, complaining Hammer, do we? No. I don't. I hate whining, complaining Hammers. So you need to seal off the map like this. You can do it any way you have to, you just need to make sure there's no holes in the brushes. Otherwise, it will complain. What we got here? Hold on. It's not lining up with the grid. See, this is why I like everything to line up with the grid, otherwise it just messes the hell up out of me. And then I make holes in the brushes without even knowing. Well, not saving yet. Here, do this, make sure it's up there, Control C to copy the brush, Control V to paste. Alright, now we'll go on. Okay, I'm going to save the map. I'm going to save it in my map directory. Go, Hammer maps. Let's call this tutorial underscore awesome map. Alright, now in our room here we need to make sure there are no holes. This here is not valid because there's a hole you can see inside the room. Now, Hammer is just going to look at that and go, what the hell are you doing? You cannot do that. I'm going to scream and yell at you. Yada, 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 yada. And I'll print out a bunch of errors. We don't want that. So make sure there are no gaps in the room. Alright, everything is no draw for the moment, so it will be invisible. Now what you want to do is the inside of the room, where you want the player to actually see it, click on all the visible surfaces by going into the material editor here, or the face edit, or toggle texture application, whatever, just call it material editor. So what you want to do is you want to click on this, and you want to hold down Control, and click on each visible face, navigating with the arrow keys, until you've got all of them like a light and ready kind of color. Now let's just go with concrete for now, because concrete looks alright. 0, do about, you want it about 50, 20. 20 looks alright. Do 20. Still a bit tiled, but the player's not really going to notice too much unless you've got the same texture looping over what we've got here. So let's do, on the floor, let's do grass. And on the ceiling, we'll do some plaster. Plaster ceiling. Beautiful. Looks nice. Right, so this is just your basic room, and this will compile in Hammer like so. So, what? Oh, I meant it will compile in Hammer with no problems. Anyways, so this info player start is where the player will spawn. We'll go into spawning later in more detail. But however, all you really need to know right now is that that's where the player will spawn. You can add more if you want, and when the player dies, the game will automatically choose between all available spawn points. You can place them wherever, and the player will spawn. You can even place it up there, and the player will just fall down when they spawn. So, what's going to happen here is this is outside of the map, and Hammer won't actually draw that edge of the map, and it will speed up the map performance a huge amount. So not assigning a texture there helps out quite a bit. Let's just check to make sure there's no more holes. Yep, we're good. We're good. Right, let's compile this and run it in Gmod. Oh, to compile the map, I forgot to mention, you need to press F9 on your keyboard, and it will pop up with this little run map dialog. What this actually does is it compiles the map into a readable .bsp file. I think it's a BSP. I think it's BSP. So you'll save the map as a VMF file, and it will compile it as a BSP file. You need to copy that compiled BSP file into your maps directory in Gary's Mod or Half-Life 2 or wherever you're running your map. It's a source map. Alright, so what we've got here on this is you've got multiple options for compiling your map. I like to do it because I like to do it like this because I've got a pretty fast computer, so this will run like no problem. And the BSP you have to run, otherwise it will just not look that great. It won't even compile the map. You need to run, if you want a map without any lighting and without any optimization, you can run just BSP, but it's going to be ugly and buggy as hell, so don't do that. You can also run it with Viz, which will calculate and optimize all of the mesh, and the lighting will finally calculate all of the lighting in the scene. So at the moment, this room is going to appear very, very dark when we start the game. So I'm going to slam a light in the top there, go Alt Enter, and change this to lights. Click Apply, and change the brightness to 255 by 255. Once again, we'll do 255 by 255. Yep, and running it in HDR, I want to scale it by 45 based on the size of the room. So that will light up the room. Let's put it in the center of the room, otherwise it'll look a bit funny and the lighting will be a bit off. So you can drag it here on the grid view to the center of the room. If you hold down Alt, you can cancel grid locking, and there you go. That'll be in the center of the room. It'll give a nice, uniform, even light. I'll go into lighting in more detail later, but for now we'll just use this. So let's compile the map with F9, hit go. This will automatically copy the compiled map into Gmod for me, so I don't have to copy anything. Like I showed you before, if you want to do the same thing, just make sure this box is checked, copy file. I leave this unchecked because I don't want it to run Gary's Mod when I'm done with it, otherwise it will run in a crappy resolution, so I don't do that. And you want to make sure this is checked. Oh crap. So if you go to Tools, Options, this is where it will. Where is it? Here we go. This is where it was. So it will place compiled maps in this directory before running the game. So Garry's Mod maps. Alright, you can change that to whatever you want to put your maps in. So if you want, you can even do that. But I'm not going to do that. Right, so I'm going to run Garry's Mod, the map will appear, blah 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 blah, yeah. Oh, and when you compile the map in Hammer, you need to close and reopen Garry's Mod, otherwise it won't load the map correctly. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how it works. But I'm pretty sure Garry's Mod loads everything on start, and when you make a change, you need to reload Garry's Mod. You need to close it and open it again. There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it? Alright, so what I just built right there is what happens here. So you can see with concrete walls, plaster ceiling, yada yada yada. Basic, simple, lighting looks like crap, but we'll work on that. So, let's go quit. Go back to Hammer. Alright everyone, I'm back. So what I want to do is I want to make the center. There we go. I want to make the center piece here the same length as the hallway. Like this. Oh wait, no. I wanted to make it protrude into there. So that all you have to do is just make that. So that's the starting room. Put some more tile up there. The same. That. 0.20. 0.20. Apply. Alright, now what am I going to do with this room? I've got a blank empty room and it doesn't even have a light in it. So let's put a light in for starters. Let's go environment, light environment. As before, that should be fine. Move that to the center of the room. Oh, hold on. A couple problems with alignment here. Hold the phone, fellas. Got a couple problems with the lighting arrangement here. Ah. Almost caught me, Hammer. You almost tried to. But you failed. Epically. Hold on. Doesn't make any sense. Oh no, it's fine. Must have made the room smaller than I must have meant to. Oh. Figure it out. Hammer will growl at me if it has any problems. Oh boy. Alright, so that will be that. Hammer will automatically calculate the light if it needs to or wants to or whatever. Now let's go and place some models in. I want to place in a couple of vehicles, so go Control Z. Nope. Do that again. If you type off the edge of the box, then it doesn't work. So, vehicle, prop vehicle, airboats. Let's put an airboat in there. Not that you really need an airboat in a map like this, but I'll put one in anyway. And let's should automatically work right out of the box. Has gun, yes. Starts locked, no. Flags, no. Yeah, let's go. Alright. That should be funky and beautiful. Turret ceiling. Now with this, it's a bit tricky because you need to line up the little nub thing with the ceiling. So move that up there. So it looks normalish. And let's make it so that if somebody tries to steal my car, which way is it going to go? Let's find out. We'll go that way. So let's turn that around. Face that way. They need to have like an arrow or something where it's going to point. I guess that line there qualifies as an arrow. Alright, so let's make this the name Airboat 1. And we'll make this turret 1. Cool. Now what's going to happen is add output. Player has boarded the thing, turrets, enable. Alright, and paste player off, turret disable. This is going to be fun. Alright, so that's the basics of coding. What the hell am I saying? That's not coding. That's a drag and drop event, whatever the hell it is. Right, so let's add something else, shall we? Let's add a bit of water. Colour up the map a bit. Looks ugly at the moment. We'll do a run map just to make sure there's no problems. Why not close the log? Didn't want you to close the log. There we go. Go to VBSP and done. Yep, cool. Right, no leaks. If it leaks, it'll say at the bottom that it'll do the count, and then it will stop and it will say leaked, all in capitals. You'll see it, and your map will be all dark if it's leaked. So just be careful of that. All right, I'm gonna add some water here because there's no point putting an airboat without any water. So let's make like a little artificial pool or something. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna get fancy. I'm gonna build a separate pool off here. And we'll make this Control T, water analog, and we'll leave that the way it is. We won't make any rising or falling water at the moment because it'll just be too hard to add in. Put a non-water plane at the bottom, otherwise Hammer will complain, so make sure you've done that. Right click, move to world. So the top one should be water. Do no clip. Oh, no draw. And at the top, add your water texture. I like to use this one, moving plane. It's the most prettiest water that I can actually get to work. Well, that's got reflection by the look of it. I might use that on the other map. Do that, and that's got the bottom texture on it. Copy this wall and paste there. Lined up. Do the same with that one. And up there. More. Make sure it's all in line. Okay. Alright, now what you need to do is you need to cover the function water analog. If you don't cover the function water analog, then the map will not run. So make sure that is covered and is not exposed to the outside world. Oop. My mouse sensitivity is way too high, but I like it like that. Do that. No draw. Concrete. Ooh, that looks ugly. There we go. Now what we're going to do is only do the visible sides of the plane. Otherwise, you're just going to make the map look really funny. For this, I'm going to do dirt as well. Use the dirt that I was using before. Whatever it was. I don't know why it's doing that. 0.2. God, it's concrete form. Let's just do dirt form. Go. Actually, wait, that doesn't make any sense. If you got a block of concrete, that's concrete on the top, but dirt on the side, it makes literally no sense. Do the same here. 0.2. Done. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a sliding glass door here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm not just gonna put a slab of glass here. I'm gonna make a custom door. This is what I love about Hammer. I absolutely love Hammer. It's so awesome. It's way better than the Malice's Doors mod for Minecraft. No offense, guy, whoever made that. You're awesome. Your mod is awesome. So, what we're gonna do is make this up here. Paste that. Oh crap. I've already messed it up. Oh, no, I'm going to delete that. And leave that like that for now. And move that up there. That down there. Line it up nice. And you want to make sure there's texture on the inside, otherwise it's just going to look a bit funny. probably going to be a texture under there, isn't there? So let's make that no draw. Alright. Now what we're going to do is copy paste. Make sure it's all good. And do no draw. One side there, one side there. Glass. I use this glass because it's transparent. So glass window 007A. Make sure it looks all nice and presentable. That's what the player is going to see. So let's make this a bit smaller because I want the player to be able to see through the window. For this, I'm going off the grid, which I absolutely hate. It doesn't matter so much inside if you go off the grid, it's more outside. Because you've got to be really careful, otherwise, if you don't do a brush right, hammer is just going to eat you for dinner. Okay. Should be fine. Just no Z fighting. Beaut. Right. Well, what you do now, select all of that and just thin it out a bit. Just a little bit. So it looks a bit like a door instead of a colossal giant platform. See, if you look on the edge there, you can see just a tiny bit of Z fighting. That won't be noticeable in game. It'll be fine. Now, the reason that I've done that like that is because I'm going to do a neat trick and go black. Black outline. I think there's also, yeah, tools black. Do that one instead. And now what this is going to do is this door is going to go up. Ah, crap. Crap. There. Oh, I hate it when that happens. You only just realize at the last second that you've done something wrong. And you have to undo everything that you just did. I hate that. Happens to me in Unity, happens to me in UDK, happens to me in Minecraft. Whenever I'm doing something, it always happens in the last minute. Oh boy. Do that again. There we go. Right, so to turn this into a door, select all of the parts that are going to be the door in the first place, and press Control T. And we want to try and change this into Funk Door. And we want to leave a lip of about 2 inches. And the move direction is going to be up. So when the door opens, the door will open upwards. And yeah. There we go. Let's make a start sound. Oop, wrong field. There we go. Alright, that's what I'm looking for. So it'll play this sound when it opens. When it closes. Oh, when it stops opening. When it closes. And when it's finished closing. Beautiful. Right, we want the door to close at a speed of, or to just move at a speed of 50. To give it that, that nice effect where it moves upwards. And delay before reset. Let's make it so that the player has to interact every time with the button. And it doesn't auto close, otherwise it's just going to be a bit annoying if people are messing around outside there. Force close, stop to close. Beautiful, everything should work just fine. Now, this door isn't going to automatically open on its own. Well, let's make sure it doesn't. If you go into flags and disable touch opens, if a player walks into this door, it will no longer open by itself. I know it's a bit odd and it's a bit strange, yeah, but that happens. Now what I'm going to do, because I no longer feel creative, I am going to put a little box here. There. And let's make a little lever thing, shall we? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get a bit more creative. Let's use the actual button model. So let's use prop, come on, prop underscore dynamic. And wait for that to load. World model button. So let's find some kind of button. Oh, there's no sequences. Let's find one with an animation. Here we go. Guess that's the only one we can really use then. Alright. Apply. And you want to move this against the wall. There. Rotate it so that that line faces outwards. .90 degrees. And just stick that there. Make sure it's at player height. It's a bit too high. People are going to be looking up when they go and try and interact with that button. So let's move it down a bit. About chest height-ish. Oop. Trying to move it that way. There we go. There. And put one there. Whoop. No. Nice try, hammer. There. There we go. Alright, this is where it gets really interesting. So, what you're going to need to do is you need to go to press Alt Enter. We need to go to the model and take note of the press animation. Let's just make that idle. Alright, so what's going to happen is you need to name your buttons. So find name and name button outer, button inner, and gates. Alright, so now what you need to do is when whoa, hold on, hold the phone. Those are not interactable. That's the funny thing. This is what I love about Hammer so much. You can't actually use interactable props like that as buttons. You need to use a brush entity. So annoying, yet kind of awesome. Not really. Anyways, what you need to do is you need to move a invisible entity. What is going on here? Oh, no, that one there. So, make this invisible. And you need to go Control T and tie that into door. Door. Flags. Oh, apply. Touch opens, no. Use opens, yes. Now what you need to do is name this prop button outer, just so you don't get confused. Prop button inner. There. Name. Shrink that down a bit. So this is what the player is actually going to interact with when they open the door or when they press the button. This is what they're going to interact with, this little thing here. So you want to make sure they can interact with it in the first place. So make sure it's about the same size as the button. There you go. Alright. So now you need to name this button inner. Oh wait, outer. Outer. Oh. Yep. Copy. Paste. Button. Hammer will automatically highlight any names in bold that are the same. There's not usually any problems with using that. Yeah, there's not usually any problems with having the same name. If you want to say, I don't know, if you have a button and you want to turn off a lot of lights at the same time, what you would do is you would name all of those entities, I don't know, light 1, okay? And what it will do is that button will search for all entities named light 1 and it will turn them all off. However, if you're trying to open a door, for example, and you press a button and you open a door, but your door's name is door 1. However, you've also got a door also down the hallway called door 1, and there's also another one, door 1, door 1, and they're all called door 1. You get the idea. Your button is going to open all of those doors. So you want to be a bit careful with that. Naming things is pretty important in Hammer. Alright, so now let's get down to the scripting. What we want to do is when the button is pressed, we want to do flags. Yeah, use opens, beautiful. So on pressed should be on. Oh, that's right, it's a door. So you want to do on fully open, and we want to do prop button inner, set animation, press. Let's copy that, paste that. So now what you need to do is let's set that, set that. I wonder if it will stay pressed. Alright, let's do this. Control, editing multiple, copy paste, run the inner, and after about 1 second, set it back to idle. Control S to save, and then once it is done like that, you want to do add on fully open gate toggle. Right, and let's do add on fully open button, whatever the button name is, lock, copy paste, unlock. Now this will be independent for each button, so name it on the lock and unlock. You want it to unlock after 3 seconds to prevent spamming on multiplayer maps and stop you from spamming and stuff. So this is button inner, change this to button outer, and also change this to button outer. Oh, hold on. Oh, prop button outer. Just make sure none of there is. Yep. Yep. Beautiful. So that should be fine. Let's run this map. I'm anxious to see if it's even going to work. Probably not. Alright. When Gary's mod is up and running, I'll rejoin you. Alrighty-go. Here we go in the map. This is what it looks like in Gary's mod. It's a bit dark. Might need to modify the lighting. But here we go. So you can see the turret up there, which is bought in green. If I hop in here. Oh, that's easy fixed. Oh, there you go. Oh, no. Stole the car. What are you doing? You hit your first back out there. Oh. Oh no. Alright. Leave your stupid ass boat alone. Oh no, I can't actually do that. Alright, well let's see if this works. Hey! What do you know? That's alright, eh? Just the reason why the door is invisible on the bottom is because there's no door on the bottom. That's why we're not seeing anything. That's alright, I like that. That's pretty cool. And anti-spamming, so it'll only be activated every 3 seconds. That's cool. What we're going to do now is worry about the water. There. Down there. And because I've popped on the laser gun, you can see the gun. Alright. This more map fixing to do, I guess. Let's go quit. Alright, that was actually pretty cool, but I'm gonna rotate that turret because it's not facing the right way. That way. Let's see if there's a modifier that changes damage. Yeah. Alright, so on the bottom, I want to change the texture to concrete. Oh, hiccups. Not fun. And there we go, that should be just about everything. If you want to enable reflection on the water, what you're going to do is cube map, and you want to link the surface of the water with the cube map. Beautiful. To get a nice even reflection, you can move it into the center of the water, and it should be nice and beautiful. That room is going to be really dark, so I'm going to grab this light, paste it up there. Is there even any roof up there? There's no. Oh, there so isn't. I don't even know why that even built. Jeez. Alright, that's probably why the map was so dark. So let's fix that right away. Alright, let's grab this light, and this light, and set the brightness to that. Ambient brightness, HDR, set that up. Nice and cool brightness and spread angle. Ambient scale about 5. Brightness scale about 5. Alright, because we're compiling this in HDR, the settings that I'm using in HDR is the reason why the room will look a bit brighter than it usually is. Now what I'm going to do here with this is I'm going to put some lights in. Do some spotlights. Light spot. Color. Red. Brightness scale 3. Green. Apply. Blue. Oop. Let's do that again. There we go. So we're going to have some multicolored lights in the hallway. Alright, that'll give us a bit of light to see what we're doing. And yeah, I want to run that map again. Actually, ammo crate. You know, just because you can never run out of rockets. that nice and go on the floor. Cool. Some rockets over there. Turret will turn on when that happens. Something's missing. Something is definitely missing. Let's put that there. And run the map. Alrighty, I'll see you guys once again in Gmod once it is loaded. Alright. Oh no, the lighting is even worse. There's no lighting at all. It must have leaked. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Let's go turn that guy off because he looks a little bit annoyed at me. There we go. Alrighty, here we go. I've just run build the cube maps. I still have no idea why the map is dark. Oh no, not tonight again. Let's go back into your little thing. Thank you. Please come again. Now, what you saw me doing here with this ammo crate is that I set the ammo for it. So this will give me rockets. Lots of rockets. A huge amount of rockets. And if I break this crate, guess what's going to spawn? None other than the Alex, which has mysteriously disappeared. Where'd you go, Alex? Let's try resetting the map. Oh. Just go away, please. Oh, there she is. Hi. What are you doing down there? Come up here. Silly little goof. Well, she looks like she's having fun. Yeah. Oh, we'll just leave that. I don't even know what happened here. What on earth? I must have moved it. Oh boy. Oh no. Yeah, you're no kidding, huh? Now you should see the texture on the bottom of the door. Beautiful. Oh, there you go. There's the reflection. That's what build cube maps does. That's what build cubes maps does. That's right. There's finally reflection. That's alright. I like that. exactly what it's used for. That's how you get rid of a turret. Yeah. Go back. Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
Here it comes!
The turret's still shooting! Oh no! Oh no. Let's see if this does. Where's my crosshair? Oh, there it is. On, seriously? That turret is officially invincible. Or broken. Nope. It's working. Alright. Jeez, Alex. What on earth? She's having the most fun on the world. You alright there? You having fun there? Alright then. Oh boy. Oh, this is the shenanigans I get up to. Oh, see, there you go. There's the little 2-inch lip that I wanted left on the door. Come on. There we go. No more door. Oh boy. Alright. I'm done with this map. Alright, so, I should upload another video pretty soon. By the time you watch this video, I'm likely going to be in the process of making another video, so we'll continue where I left off. and I guess I will